Hey guys, welcome back. In this quick tutorial I would like to show you an easy effect which will allow you to make your videos, especially skate videos, look awesome. The effect is called speed ramping and I'm going to show you how to use it in Premiere Pro. So let's get started with this. Okay, the first thing that we need to clear before starting the tutorial is what is speed ramping. Speed ramping is basically just going from normal speed to slow motion in a kind of ramp form. It might seem complicated, but it will all make sense in a second. So normally you would use a harsh cut, which is just a cut in Premiere Pro. In this video I would like to show you the technique called speed ramping, which will allow you to get super smooth slow motion. And yeah, that's already it. In the beginning of the video you already saw how this effect looks like. If you're interested in learning this effect, you can keep watching now, otherwise bye, and I will see you in the next skate video. So let's now start this tutorial. Let's hop over into Premiere Pro, let's go. So now guys, we're here on my computer. I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro 2019 for this tutorial. If you have the same version, you can just follow along and I will try to explain this as simple as possible. But yeah, let's now go over here to Premiere Pro. Okay, this is Premiere Pro. I hope you've seen this before. I already imported a few clips here that we are going to use as example today. You saw the clips in the beginning of the video. So let's maybe just start with this first clip. I already selected the in point. You can see it here, the blue line, and the out point is here. We got a kickflip manual. Damn. Okay, let's go over, let's click and let's drag it into my timeline. And it says, this clip does not match the sequence settings. We just hit keep existing settings. Okay. Then we're here in my timeline. So it's very important to say, if you would like to use this effect, make this way bigger so that you can see everything, and also make the video track as big as possible. Okay, now as you can see, this is the clip. What we want to do now is get the speed ramp effect, which means the clip should go from normal time to slow motion in a ramp form. And it's important to say, I found a way, or I show a way in this video that also makes the audio speed ramp, or that also makes the audio fit the speed ramp. So the first thing that you need to do is search the point in this clip where the speed ramp should start. And we are going to choose the point where he pops away and gets the kickflip, which means we are going to make the speed ramp right here. Then what you need to do next is go over here to the effects, click on the effects and say time remapping speed, and then click on speed, and it now applied the effect for speed, which means we can now slow it down by dragging this down, and by dragging it up we are going to make it faster. Okay, we will keep it at 100% in the beginning, which is normal speed. Okay, and now I said we need to do it for this point of the video. That means we are going to press Command on the keyboard or Control and click, and now we have made a keyframe. Okay, and then here follows a very important part. Once you made this keyframe, you will press M on your keyboard to make a marker. Here you see the marker, it's the green point here, and that will later allow us to also make the audio slower, but I will go into that later. So now we want to search for another point, the out point, where it will turn to normal speed again. So it should be slow-mo here, and then I want the second point to be exactly here. So I press Command again and click, and it makes a second keyframe. And we also want to make a marker here, so let's make another marker by pressing M on the keyboard. I hope you got everything till now. We made two keyframes, one for in and one for out slow motion, and then we made two markers to later also speed down the audio, slow down the audio. So now you need to go to the line between these two keyframes, click on it and drag and hold down and bring it all the way down to 40%. That will make slow motion. So if we play this back, you will now see normal and slow motion. Okay, as you see it works, but that is not already a speed ramp because it's just a transition between normal speed and slow motion. So we want that ramp form now. But first, before we make the speed ramp, we need to unlink the audio track from the video track by hitting this symbol here. And then we need to press C on our keyboard and cut the audio in the place where the marker is. So you go over here and here. So now we cut the audio and that's fine. Once you have cut the audio, you will go over here to the keyframe, select it and drag one part of the keyframe away from the other part so that it creates this ramp that we are looking for. As you can see, we created a little ramp here It's almost like a skate ramp. You can really think about the skate ramp when you do this, the difference between a standard drop, that's that here, and a ramp. It's way smoother. The further you put this keyframe from the other way, the smoother it will be, but we want it to be something like that, not too much. And now we created this ramp. We can even make it smoother by clicking here and dragging this blue thing, whatever this is, and making it more like and making it more rounder to make it more smoother. And then you go over to the out keyframe and do the same thing with the out keyframe and make it smoother. So now if we play it back, you can see it makes it way smoother, it makes it look very cool, but the audio doesn't fit. I think you hear that the audio doesn't fit. To make the audio fit, I have this trick here. I select the end part of the audio, I bring it all the way back, and now the middle part that we cut out before, we will bring that in the middle of these two audio clips at the beginning and at the end. Now that we did all that, before we go on, I need to explain something. We created this speed ramp now and the kind of waveform, and you saw it works and it slows down the speed of the clip and then it brings it up again. But the audio doesn't fit with the speed ramp, but we want the audio because it's a scale clip and we just want that pop and then everything. And there's no way to speed ramp audio in Premiere Pro. If you know a way, you can let me know it. But I think there's no way, and so we just need to slow down the middle part of the audio. And to do that, we are going to use the stretch tool, which is the tool that comes up when you press R on your keyboard, a very helpful tool. And now we have the stretch tool selected and we click here and drag the middle part of the audio all the way till here and the end part all the way to the end. And now we stretch the audio, which means it got slower. And if we play everything back now, you will see how this affected the clip. Let's go 1, 2, 3. As you saw, it works. Great. I guess that was already it. That is the speed ramp effect in Premiere Pro. It's actually pretty easy. You just need to set the two markers, cut the audio, and use this stretch tool to make the audio also slower. But I think it's pretty easy and it looks great, especially for skate videos. I think it looks very cool, and you will see it in a lot of skate videos because it's a very cool effect to make your skate videos look awesome. And I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. I hope you learned this effect now. I hope I explained it good, and please subscribe to the channel below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Peace.